Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Just checking to make sure you can hear me. Is there anybody out there? Oh. If you can't hear me, just let me know. I hope this fireplace does not disturb you. If it does, can you let me know? I'm just trying to warm up the studio a little bit before we begin. You can see it there. It's actually, I'll explain why it's good to look at fireplaces in a minute. Not only to be near a fireplace, but to look at fire, Ayurvedically. So I'll just wait another minute. I'm all in black today. Oh, good morning, Patricia. So nice to not see you, I guess. I see your name. Oh, I'm glad you are here on election day. So I definitely think we all have the election jitters this morning. Look, I can't even sit still. I'm like, oh my gosh. It's definitely a very intense day. I try not to get too politically involved, especially on Facebook or, because I do think sometimes it doesn't end up always in a good situation. You know who your people are. But what I would like to do when we start class this morning is set our intention for today for a positive, I am going to say politically, a positive new change. Take what you want that to mean, but for me, I need 4 new years, not 4 more years. That's my slogan. I should have made t-shirts. Also, before we start, again, let me know about the fireplace behind, if that's bothering you, if it's distracting. Not only obviously is fireplace good because it provides warmth, but it's a really wonderful way to meditate. So, to speak Ayurvedically for a minute, when winter comes, we tend to get sluggish, we get heavy, we get cold, we get damp. And we're starting to experience some of that already this week, but even more so when we get into like February, March, when it gets really there's a lot of dampness that can happen. But now, anytime, if your mind feels sluggish, if you feel lethargic, if you feel just damp or earthy, or even some depression of sorts, which I'm sure we're all experiencing a form of that. We're experiencing so many emotions. So here's a great idea. When you feel those things, sit by a fire, light some candles, Be near the fire element. Look into the fire, look into a candle for meditative purposes. It's a great way to get focused on one point, right? And that's what meditation is all about. It's about focusing on one point. It can be physical if you need to practice, which would be looking at an external thing. But eventually, the idea is that you start with that and then you're able to kind of switch into your own focal point. That makes sense. When you feel fiery, when you feel like agitated and angry and judgmental and just all those fiery red emotions, go sit by the water. Sit by a river, sit by a stream, take a bath. Like, use the elements nature has or in your home to help you balance those opposites. So the opposite of fire and anger and red and is cooling, it's supportive, it's nurturing. So if that makes sense, this is like I've been doing this a lot lately. When I am agitated and cranky, and irritable, like I have to go like take a bath, or I need to go sit next to water, or I need to go kayaking and just immerse myself in that water element. And like within 10 minutes, I'm like, oh, right? So see how you are with that. Check in with yourself. And if you're feeling really airy, if you're feeling really spacey, overwhelmed, anxious, which is like today maybe more so than usual, then anchor into the earth. Maybe go for a walk, go into nature, be grounded, sit on planet Mama. Just be earthy. Put your feet in the grass. Okay. I could talk about that stuff all day. But these are nice little simple things you can do to help you with all the highs and lows that come with every single day lately and in the last like 6-7 months. So anyway, if you have any questions, any concerns, anything that you need out of your practice today, put in the comments section while I have my glasses on, because once they go off, I can't see anything. Okay? If there's something you really need, what we're going to do is not only first set and root into our intention, but I want to do some standing, grounding practices today. So we are going to stand up a bit, and I'm going to try to shift the laptop so I can do that. But first, let's get comfortable. Let's soften our eyes. I'll assume everybody can hear me. Let's sit tall. So you can have a bolster, a blanket, a pillow. What do you need to prop yourself up so that your hips are comfortable, that you can sit in Sukhasana? This is easy pose, Sukhasana. So if it's not easy to you, then something's not working. So bring your shoulders up and back and down. And see where your head is. It's probably further out than you would like. So let's do 2 more of those first before we adjust our neck. Just kind of working the shoulders. Let's do a few more. Feels really good. All right, one last one. Bring it up. Bring the shoulders back. And bring the shoulders down. Now see where your head is, your chin, and bring your chin in towards your spine. Tilt the chin just slightly down so you get more length in the neck region. Eyes soft, lips parted, so there's no tension in the jaw. Matter of fact, let's bring our hands up to our jaw. And let's give a little massage. Just kind of work from the earlobes down. We don't even realize how much we are holding tension in our jaw, how much we are gripping and clenching right now. So give yourself a few minutes of massage. I got little crunchies in mine. My goodness. Good. And then any last little adjustments you need to make. And settle in. Now set the intention of the outcome that you would like to see for the rest of 2020. What I've been doing lately is just kind of visualizing this victory of the one that I would like to see hold office. For hope, for change, for love as opposed to hate, for unity as opposed to divide, for calm as opposed to anxiety and fear, for positivity, for community, for humanity, for equality, for right action. So send those words or other words that have significant meaning to you out into the universe. We need to change this suffering, shift, and grow in a positive direction. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Oh, I'm going to have to do that a lot today. It's a very high feeling emotion kind of day. So let's just stretch here before we stand up and start to do some grounding poses. Let's take out our left leg, or let's take out our right leg. I'll probably be the opposite of you. Let's bring our arms up. So I'm going to move this back a little because you probably can't see me. It's my cameraman work. Where's my cameraman? Let's inhale. And then let's exhale. Just bring, I'm again on that right side. Bring that right arm down to meet the foot. And you may be here or here. And then bring the opposite arm overhead. Good. Go ahead and bring that back. And now bring the opposite arm over to the other side. Nice. Let's do that again. So all we're doing, I'm going to bring that back a little more, is bring the arm up. So the left arm is up. And then I'm just slowly bringing over the right arm to meet the left foot. Right foot. And bring that left arm up. And if you want, just bring that opposite arm overhead and get a nice little stretch. Good. One more time. I'm watching myself, so it's like a little confusing. There. It's really weird to watch yourself. Okay, last one. Gonna get it right. Right arm down, sliding down on toward those toes, the right toes. Grab, hook on those toes if you can. Bring the left arm up and get a nice extension. Good. Bring that arm back down. And then let's bring that right arm overhead. Just to stretch in the other way. Good. Let's do the other side. So the left leg is going out. And you might find one side's a little bit more flexible than the other. Let that left arm slide down towards the left foot. You can feel that nice stretch in the hamstring. Bring the right arm over. Inhale as you bring that right arm back, and just a nice stretch over to the opposite side. Good. Let's do that 2 more times. Good. Bring that right hand down. Left arm overhead. Nice. One last one. Bring that left hand down. Slide it down towards the toes. We're going to hold this one right now. Just really feel that extension. Feel the muscle fibers stretching here. Even bring the toes toward you. And then bring that right arm over for a stretch. Bring that right arm back. A little bit of a diagonal. And then bring that left arm over. Just create a nice stretch. Good. Fabulous. So, let's stand up. So now that I have the camera all set, we're going to stand up. Let me see, I might have to adjust it a minute. Oh, yes. So, okay. Welcome to my studio. All right. I hope that works for you guys. Let me just see something, sorry. Let me just see if I can move it that way. That might be better. There, that's better. So next thing I want to do is do a little bit of breath work along with some movement. So what we're going to do is I'm going to like kind of inhale. I'm going to inhale and go, and then exhale, go. So we're going to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Bring your arms down, bring your hands to your heart, and just take a moment. So this is kind of creating some nice fire in our belly, kind of getting rid of some stale or prana, some stagnation. So I'd like to do 2 more rounds of that, but we'll go slow. If you need to go slower because you're getting a little lightheaded, then do that. We'll do another round of 4. So bring your hands, let's bring them up as we inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Bring your arms back to your heart center. Take a moment. Ground your feet. Lift the toes. So really lift the toes off the ground, spread the toes, and then plant them back down on the earth. So let's do that again. Let's lift the toes, spread the toes apart, and then ground them back down. Good. So let's do one more round. When you're ready, let's inhale, lift up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale all the way up. Arms come back to the side. Hands to the heart. So I'd like to work on some standing poses today. The standing poses can help us really ground into the earth when we're feeling insecure or not grounded into the physical world. This is a great practice and some great poses to do. So let's just take a moment. It's kind of like just bend at the knees, kind of create a little bit of momentum. And then go ahead and from here, we're gonna like swivel our hips. So we're actually kind of sticking the butt out and moving it forward. Sticking the butt out, moving it forward. And the other way. Just to loosen up the back. Good. So I'm going to mirror exactly what I'm doing so you can follow. So I want to take your left leg. We're going to do warrior 2. So warrior 2 pose is a great one for toning the thighs. Okay. You want to practice with the feet. Remember, I was just saying with the toes. Lift the toes up, spread the toes across, like out, down. Good. When you bend this knee, you don't want it to pass the ankle. So let's just do a couple of nice stretches. Lift up, and then let that left knee bend, left arm. Inhale, lift back up. And then exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So while we're here, I'm going to shut the bit more. So we're back down. And we're going to hold this pose. So you want to look towards that left arm. Ground the heels. The right foot should be facing the wall. And the left foot, the opposite foot is kind of brought in slightly. Bring the left arm down now. Bring the right arm overhead. We're going to swoop it down, the right arm, and then bring it back up. And let's do that again. Swooping the arm. Good. And one last one. Bring it to here, to the bottom, and then just draw it up like it's going past your chest and lift up. Slowly bring it back down. Walk your hands in front of you. Let your hands come onto the earth if you can. Let the head sink down. So now your feet are more in a neutral position. And all we're doing here is lengthening the spine. Bring that right hand in the middle and lift up the left arm into a nice little twist. Go slow. Move from your torso first. And then go ahead and bring that arm down. Bring the right arm up. And then bring the arm down. Good. And just kind of sway back and forth for a moment. Just kind of like little lunges. So we really haven't moved the positioning of our feet at all. The feet have stayed exactly the same. Needed some grounding today. I was definitely feeling very flighty. Good. So bring your hands to your knees. You always teach what you need yourself. Bring the right leg. So now we're working that right leg. Shorten your stance if you need to. So the right leg is moving out towards that opposite wall. Bring your left leg in slightly. So I kind of think of it as a clock. And maybe that left foot is like between 11 and 12. So you can, again, let's first work with where you want the knee to be. Stacked with the ankle. Bring your arms, and then we're going to inhale, and then exhale. Breathing in and out through the mouth. We're in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Hold the pose, shoulders are down. Look over that right arm. Then we're going to bring that right arm down to the right leg. We're going to bring the left arm over. And then begin to slowly just scoop the earth and come back up and around. Hold here. Scoop the earth. Bring it up. One more time. We're going to come down and scoop the earth just about halfway. And now I want you to just draw this line from your chest and lift all the way up. Look up if you can. And then drop it back down. Bring your hands back down to the floor. This time, see if you can inch the hands out further. So when you inch them out further, you might be kind of, the weight is now dispersed between the feet and the hands. And now what I want you to do is draw the hips back. So it's kind of like a wide-legged downward facing dog. You can do this on the chair. So while we're here, I want to hold this pose so your feet are in the neutral position. You can widen the stance if you need to. And as as we're doing this, visualize even as if those roots are binding from the bottoms of your feet into the earth. This can help again with grounding and a feeling connection, feeling cords that are integrated into our planet. It's very powerful. You can even begin to use your hands and do the same thing. So you have roots, cords, ties that are coming from the palms and the bottoms of the feet, the palms of the hand, and they're connected. All are connected to the earth. And let that sink in. Let that anchor in. And while you're doing that, maybe some of that anxiety, maybe some of the overwhelm and the stress, and maybe some of that spaciness that's been happening not only on a cosmic level, but globally in our own lives, maybe just for a few moments, the earth takes it for us. Let the head sink down. If you get lightheaded, then please come back up. Yeah. Slowly, I think I could stay there all day because I really need some grounding. Bring your feet together. And then come back up and shake it out. Whew. That actually felt very powerful to do that. Just to really sit with the intention or stand with the intention of knowing that the earth has us, right? We just have to take care of it. So come back up. Just take a moment. I want you to take your fingertips and place it right on the inserts of the clavicle and tap. Tap for, this is for kidneys. Kind of help when we are feeling a little low on energy. Just tap along the clavicles even. You can even go a little K27 meridian. Just take a few moments. And then you can tap right more towards the heart. This is for immunity, thymus. Doing this practice every day will be so good for your health. Just kind of go back and forth. Okay, good. The next thing I like to do is work with chair pose. Maybe it's better if I go to the side. So chair pose, I'll show you both angles, but with chair pose, what you want to do is we want to bring our arms up, let the knees come past, a little bit past hip width apart, and then as you begin to sink down, just doing like a bit of a squat, trying not to overextend in the glutes or the sacral, like over lifting that. Keep it grounded into the earth, hold the pose, and then come all the way up on to our tippy toes. Good. So that's what we're going to do, if you haven't done it already. So I'm going to face this way. And then we're going to add a little bit to it. So again, make sure your feet are hip width apart. Bring the arms up. As you come down, bending at holding here. Keeping your head, trying not to allow that head to like sink too far down. So you have to keep some integrity of where the head is. This is very powerful, very grounding, but it's also works a lot of muscles. Slowly come down. Kind of kiss the earth with the hands. Lift the hands up. Bring the hands in front of you for a big hug. Fold forward. Bend your knees slightly. Lift the torso back up. Let the arms open. Switch arms. Switch direction. Slowly round the spine and fold inward. Lift up. Let the arms release. Bring the arms up overhead. And then come up onto your tiptoes. Sink down into chair pose. And bring your hands to your heart. Bring the right arm over to the left leg and do a nice little twist. And if that's too much, you can just place a hand, bring the other hand behind you, and create a little twist. Whatever works. You're doing great. Come back to center. Hands to the heart. Left arm over right knee. Press the palms together. And then release. Come all the way back up. Bring them back to the sides and give yourself a hug. Roll the spine down. Inhale, lift up, wide open. And then opposite hand. Roll the spine. Lift all the way back up. Bring the arms up overhead. And come up onto your tippy toes. And then slowly come back down. Shake it out. Fabulous. And then this time, just really spread the legs further and just do a nice little like twisting. It's kind of a nice way to just gently tap the kidneys. So we're doing a lot of work in the quads today. Good. And relax. Bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, cactus arms. And bend the knees. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Twist at the torso. And twist at the torso. And back. Exhale, bend at the knees, cactus arms. This is goddess pose. 3. One more. 4. Twist in one direction. And twist in another. Come back to center. right. So begin to slowly come back down onto your mat. Put on socks if you need them. Put on a sweatshirt or something else that's warm if you need it. And then work your way into Savasana. So lying down. I want to take the last 5 minutes. So getting nice and comfortable. Allow the palms to be face up as you lie down. Let the legs just gently fall away from the center. Feel the spine connecting to the earth, starting from the top of the head. Feel the top of the head, the back of the head, connecting with the earth. Maybe you're able to feel a little bit of the neck connecting with the earth. If not, begin to feel the spine, top of the spine, connecting and melting into the earth. Now the middle of the spine, the thoracic. Feel each vertebra connecting, holding, supporting your body and melting into the earth. Feel the lumbar, the lower part of your spine, your sacrum, all unifying with the ground. Allowing each hamstring to feel the support. The back of the knees. The calves. The heels. Let the jaw part. Let the shoulders release away from the ears and move towards the back of the body. And say to yourself, I am supported. I am connected. I am grounded. I am safe. I have the foundation I need. I am strong. I and brave. I encourage you to stay here for as long as you may need. If your body is finally resting, if your nervous system is calm, then enjoy that space, enjoy that place of tranquility, and just come up when you're ready. But I thank you all for coming today. And being a part of this virtual experience with me. So, namaste. Be well, be safe. Take care.